Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson? He's super tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize.
He's a big dude.
I didn't realize how tall he was until I met him.
Like 6'4" or something? He's fucking tall as shit.
I had to do this when I asked him my question. I just asked him why anti-science is still so prevalent in 2017. And he was like, well, this is the thing about science. And he's like, back in the 60s, we were trying to do things with science that no one ever thought would be possible, with going to the moon. And everybody cared. Like, oh my God, we're going to go to the moon. We're going to be the first ones to the moon. And at the same time, I mean, we were stuck in a conflict in Vietnam. There was kind of a mini depression with the oil shortages. We were in the Cold War at the time, and we still went to the moon. Like, it was pretty fantastic. Nowadays, there are incremental advances in sciences that happen all the time. And you have articles saying new study, new study, new study, new study. It just becomes like white noise.
Blasé.
Right. So no one cares because science doesn't. So they're just making up their own stuffs. But it's not going to change the fact that science
gets shit done.
Like actually can solve stuff and yada, yada, yada. Jordan, to test if your voice is going to come through, you need to talk.
I already talked about Grandma's cookies.
He did. He mentioned that they were delicious.
You just cut me off.
They looked good.
I didn't even hear that. I'm sorry. You're so far over there. Come closer to Kyle. Come closer.
So I don't like him.
Come closer.
I promise.
Come closer.
Much.
No, don't record this.
Why?
How it went with...
Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson? Yeah, I met Neil deGrasse Tyson last week. I was in charge of his green room.
Where'd they have him?
The TV's already listened to
FSC.
us, so.
Oh, in some room in there?
Yeah, in a teacher's lounge.
Nice.
Real classy.
Classy.
So yeah, he comes in, he goes in the green room, some physics professors go in there to talk to him. And I'm like, he's got like 10 minutes to eat. Don't hassle him right now. But he's super, super generous with his time. He comes out and they start escorting him to where he does his lecture at. And before he leaves, I'm like, hey, can I ask you a question quick? He's like, yeah, sure. I'm like, sweet. Okay. So I get my phone out to record it. So I open up GarageBand. And GarageBand, the track I had laid out, I forgot that you have to extend the bars. Because it's a music piece, so it's only 8 bars. And the metronome doesn't play over it. It's silent when you're recording. But when you play it back, you hear the... And then it starts recording over itself because he talked. His answer that he gave me was like 3 minutes, and his whole security entourage is staring at me like, "What are you doing, man? We're pushing our time here."
Wait, who else was in his security entourage?
Well, Rick, and then a couple undercovers, and
okay.
So yeah, I asked him the question. And I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
No one got like mad at him or anything though, or like tried to cause a...
No. He had a couple shots fired moments where he's like, oh, all the Trump's voters just self-identified. Because everybody that didn't applaud at one of his jokes.
Yeah, that's funny.
So the funny thing about Trump cutting EPA and a bunch of different science-based organizations, like I think Nixon started the EPA.
Did he?
Yeah, it was a conservative president back in 72. I could be wrong on that date, but he just thinks it's funny that conservatism has changed so much over the past just 15 years. They used to conserve stuff like the environment, and that got a lot of applause. And he's like, "Oh, the Trump supporters just self-identified." So, yeah, he had a lot of funny stuff in his lecture. It was good, but he started at 7. Start at 7? 7:30. He went until almost 9:45.
Damn.
and the lecture was only supposed to be an hour. Yeah, he took his time. But then I was dead tired for work.
Because you had to work at midnight then?
Yeah.
Did you even come home or anything?
I came home, slept for an hour, went into work.
Gee.
You guys ready to do this?
Yeah.
Talk about Iron Fist?
We're ready to listen to you talk about
I'm ready
Iron Fist.
to talk about the first 4.5 episodes and then
All
for
right.
you to ruin it for me completely.
So Iron Fist came out, and I'm just gonna quickly do this because we're gonna go live stream in a few minutes.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Got a lot of stuff to do.
Got some cooking.
So if you, the listener, has read, Iron Fist has abysmal ratings right now. It's currently at an 18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh boy.
That puts it somewhere between,
That's down in
I believe,
Batman Superman ratings.
that has actually
That was
33%,
Oh.
I think. It puts it between
Oh,
Thor:
hey,
The
are we gonna
Dark
talk about
World.
the Justice League trailer since I bring that up?
Oh, I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that?
Ugh.
Am I the only one that saw it?
No, you're not. I saw it. Oops. Okay, so yeah, it's at 18% critical rating. For fan rating, it's at a 82%.
That's kind of what I was gonna say, because for me, not knowing anything about it coming into it, I'm getting interested. I'm only 4.5 episodes in.
So you're getting interested 4.5 episodes in. So one of the problems
But I
with
started getting interested like
episode 3.
an episode and a half ago.
Okay. So the problem with the reviewers is they get the first 6 episodes and they usually write their review based on that.
Oh.
The first 6 episodes of the show are not great compared to what we've seen so far with the Marvel Netflix shows. And what they did with Iron Fist is they kind of front-loaded the show with all of the boring filler episodes that plague all of the other Marvel Netflix series.
Instead of putting them in the middle, they put them all at the beginning.
Right. And not even at the middle, because, I mean,
Sprinkled it in.
they sprinkle them in through the other shows. Again, it's another series that could benefit a lot from being cut back 3 episodes. Cut out those first 3 episodes. Do you need them? I mean, obviously you do, but
No,
Basically
the whole
summarize into
the
one
whole
episode.
him going to the mental institute,
Yeah.
that could have been cut out
yeah. So they,
from what I've seen.
I don't get it. So, plot of the show: Danny comes back from after
Spoiler alert here.
Yeah, we'll break it down. We got full spoilers. Danny comes back after being away for 15 years. Can't prove his identity when he needs to, and he's shocked when people lock him up for the excuse, I was in a magical realm that's not on
That
this
doesn't
plane of
exist
existence.
in this universe.
It only appears 15 years. Oogla boogla, I'm the Iron Fist. You're going to get locked up for that. Maybe, he's probably 10 when the plane crash happens.
Yeah, he's
So
10.
maybe he didn't know any better. They didn't teach him the art of
Socialization.
socializing or, subtlety or subterfuge. So when he gets back to New York, he's kind of a fish out of water thing. Because he leaves, I think it's 2002, right? Yeah,
Well,
2017.
it was 15 years since, so yeah, 2002. If we're going by current time.
Yeah. And so the show is about him coming back, dealing with the fact that he's the Iron Fist. And why he's back is really finally tackled in the end of the 12th episode. And it's the weakest reason for a hero's journey that we've had yet in the Marvel Netflix shows. And it's just he wanted to. He doesn't have a task. He didn't even know the Hand was back in New York. He's the immortal enemy of the Hand. I don't know if you've gotten that far yet.
I don't know who the Hand is, no.
The Hand are the ninjas from seasons 1 and 2 of Daredevil.
Oh. Did not.
Elektra was in the Hand.
I kind of got that because the old Asian lady, isn't she
Gao.
in the apartment talking to the bad guy every once in a while?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
Gal. Yeah.
I thought she was good. Isn't she a good person?
No, she's evil.
She is?
Yeah, she has all the coke. She runs the...
What's wrong with coke?
She runs the heroin. She runs the heroin business.
Is heroin bad?
Don't you remember Daredevil blowing up the heroin factory? Couple times.
I don't have a photographic memory.
That was
You
one
remember.
of the good fight scenes where he was actually against the main ninja guy, wasn't he?
Yeah,
And then-
Nobu.
Nobu, yeah.
Speaking of fight scenes, they're weak.
Actually, that's actually on
In-
this other page.
Yeah, side note, who comes to this with typed up notes? Since when are
Yeah.
we being
We're
professional
being
here?
really professional. You've missed the past couple episodes.
I missed one,
It seems like a lot more than that.
and I
Because we were
was
spacing them out.
at the ocean
Yeah,
instead of in 40-degree South Dakota.
it does feel like a step backwards for the show. One of the reasons is Finn Jones, who plays Iron Fist, only got like 13 hours of training for the show. I don't know why they did that.
So I could have been Iron Fist.
You could have been. And that's a bummer because this should have been the best choreographed show. This should have been a kung fu movie every hour.
Yeah.
It should have had amazing fight scenes, and they get better. They don't get as good. There's no memorable fight in this, like the hallway fight from season 1 of Daredevil, the prison hallway fight from season 2 of Daredevil, the stairwell fight from season
I'd
2
say
of
I
Daredevil.
remember the stairwell fight.
The Luke Cage going into the drug lord stronghold with that car door,
Yep.
and he beats everybody up and he gets riddled with bullets. Even Jessica Jones in the bar fight with Luke Cage in her season
Yeah.
is better than most of the fighting in this. He does battle a drunken boxer later in the show, which is really good because
Oh, like the style drunken boxing?
yeah, drunken
Okay.
boxing. He's using his little cup to like punch Iron Fist, and he never seems like the Iron Fist. He never seems like this kung fu master that can, doesn't need to be afraid of bullets or anything like that. He seems very fragile. Every other Netflix hero could beat the shit out of this guy. Like,
Yeah.
aside from his magical fist that needs good chi, he could get his ass kicked by any of these guys. It's really terrible.
Does it ever say how long he's been the Iron Fist?
Well, no.
So, for all we know, he could have just been brought here with this idea in his head that he's now the Iron Fist.
Well, it's not an idea. He actually is.
No, you like, I mean,
Yeah.
but like, he's like, all right, I'm the Iron Fist now. Like, before he wasn't, and now he is. Like,
Yeah, so
just being brought here, he is now the Iron Fist.
to become the Iron Fist, he had to punch the heart of a dragon.
Okay, so it was.
Yeah,
Okay, it
it's
was
a
in
challenge.
backstory. Okay.
Very little bit of backstory.
Punch a dragon.
He ends up winning the battle against the dragon. The dragon breathes fire on him, and he becomes the Iron Fist. He has this dragon tattoo. It's not a tattoo. It's actually a burn mark from the dragon. That's how you know you're the Iron Fist. You have this burn.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, another weird thing is it doesn't really have an allegory. All the other Netflix shows kind of have an allegory for something. Luke Cage deals with urban crime, racism, even like police brutality when it comes to Luke Cage. Jessica Jones dealt with drug addiction and dating violence, the way she was manipulated to work for Kilgrave. Daredevil dealt with being like a deranged sociopath who can't balance work and play. And Iron Fist kind of deals with being a billionaire idiot because even when he gets pulled back into the fold with the company, he just makes these, he's the good guy, so he's going to make sure that they pay the right amount for drugs so they don't make a profit on something that's helping people.
Yeah.
He's making
That's where I'm basically at right now.
There's way too much of that in the show. They have way too much about the Rand Corporation that doesn't matter in the long run of the show. And they're just filling you up with like board meetings and
Nomenclature.
yeah, it makes the show drag a lot. There's less of that, but it's persistent. It's persistent throughout the entire show, which is kind of unfortunate. This is not the best show, like we've said. I think it's probably on par with Luke Cage for me.
Jordan. I still gotta finish Luke Cage.
Yeah. Luke Cage, it's pretty good.
I still gotta start Luke Cage. Or Jessica Jones.
Or Jessica Jones. You're a Daredevil only.
I don't want to dilute Daredevil by watching other ones where I'm like, yeah, but it's not as good as Daredevil. Like
this also would have benefited from another Netflix hero to show up. Because spoilers, they don't. It's just Iron Fist throughout the show. Claire's there. Rosario Dawson.
Oh, she is?
Mm-hmm. She shows up later.
Yet.
She's great. She's the through character for all these shows. Carrie-Anne Moss is back. You saw her as Hogarth, his lawyer. She's from Jessica Jones.
I don't remember her, I guess.
Trinity from The Matrix.
Never saw The Matrix.
The lawyer that helps him get the company back.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
She's from Jessica Jones.
Is that where I've seen her?
Yes.
Is she in anything else I would know other than The Matrix?
Jessica Jones.
Other than what you named?
God,
what would I know her from?
Something else.
She was in the Matrix Revolutions and The Matrix Reloaded.
There was another space movie I want to say that she was in. Oh, the one with Val Kilmer where they go to Mars.
Red Planet. But she stays on the ship.
Yep, she's on the ship the whole time.
Yeah. Way better than Mission to Mars.
The one with Don Cheadle?
Yeah. That one was boring.
Yeah, him and Gary Sinise.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one I was thinking of.
Red Planet, that's actually kind of an action movie.
Yeah.
They have those little rock aliens.
Are you sure her name is Carrie-Anne Moss?
Sure is.
I think that's right. Yeah, looks like her.
Connie Wing plays a love interest. She's the teacher at a kung fu academy. She seems like the best addition out of this cast to the Netflix verse for the Marvel shows, because it seems like she actually has some previous kung fu training. Like when she fights, it actually looks pretty good. The Meachums, Ward and Joy. It's kind of weird. Joy has these like extreme mood swings early on where she's like, hey Danny, I want to be your friend. Danny, why aren't you doing what I tell you? Get away from me, we're not related. It's kind of jarring. She gets better as the show goes on, and then Ward is a complete dick, but he actually, it's a redeeming arc that his character goes on. The last couple episodes I was like, man, this show's actually pretty good. I like where this is headed.
Should have got there 6 episodes ago.
Yeah, and he really seems like an early John Malkovich villain to me. It's really strange. He does this thing where like his upper lip curls and he shows his top row of teeth that John Malkovich kind of does in like Burn After Reading and stuff. I'm like, this is interesting. And then you have Harold Meachum. He plays the dad of the Meachums, who might have been dead, but he's not dead. And he's also maybe the bad guy, but also not really a bad guy, because he works with Danny to destroy the hand. And later, after that quote-unquote happens, he doesn't want anything to do with Danny, but also still needs Danny when he has other problems pop up. It's very... No one's a primary antagonist for Iron Fist. It's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
So what is the point of the whole show then?
To introduce them for the Defenders. The team up with all of them.
What's the climax?
So we're going to get into full spoiler territory.
No, we're not. You're getting there?
Yeah.
You have a plan?
Well,
I should have known by your typed out notes.
I was just gonna end there and say it's not very good, but give it a chance if you can make it through like the first at least 3 episodes, if not 4 episodes. Because
did we just do a non-spoiler review?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's mostly a plot point.
Yeah. I mean, we can pause it there and talk about. We can just pause it there and talk about Nerd Out. We can watch those trailers.
Wait till they start talking.
Well, that's going to be it. It's a short episode this week. We're just talking about Iron Fist. Also, check out our YouTube channel. We have a live stream going up in just a few minutes that we're going to start. So you'll be able to find that on our YouTube channel. You can also find all of our episodes on YouTube. Go to the search bar on youtube.com and search for We Sound Like Nerds. You can find our previous live stream and all of our podcast episodes on there as well. We also have a new Patreon campaign going on. We're trying to raise money for some new streaming equipment so we can bring more constant streams and podcast episodes to the channel as well. So if you feel like it, head over to patreon.com/We Sound Like Nerds, drop us a couple bucks, and we'll get there sooner than we will. I don't know how to put that.
Talking is hard.
Special thanks to Eli Show again for the artwork. Special thanks to you guys for taking the time to listen.
That's your sensual voice.
This one's for Rashid. I heard Rashid's not feeling good.
Gotcha.
He's sick.
No, he's on vacation.
He's on vacation.
Yeah.
He's gonna be sick when he gets back.
Jet lag. It's a type of sickness.
You can also find us on Facebook.com/We Sound Like Nerds. That's our Facebook page. Give us a like there. Say hi. What do you guys think of Iron Fist? Let us know. You can let us know on Facebook or on Twitter. Twitter.com, using the hashtag We Sound Like Nords. Using the hashtag.
Boy, you are just
We Sound Like Nerds.
Tripping over yourself through this.
This is going to be interesting trying to stream. All right, we will talk to you guys in 2 weeks. For We Sound Like Nerds, I'm John.
I'm Jordan.
And this is Kyle.
Nerd out.